Hi boys and girls, today we're going to make a dinosaur using shapes. Before we get started, make sure you have all your materials ready. Here's what you'll need: a glue stick, a pair of scissors, the package you have which contains these shapes, and also these dinosaur cards. It shows pictures of what real dinosaurs look like. If you haven't done so already, I want you to take the time to cut these things out. You can pause the video while you're cutting, and I'm going to start cutting while I'm waiting for you. Go ahead. Are all your shapes cut out? Good. Now I want you to sort them. See if you can find some paper plates or bowls so that you can sort your shapes. This is what I've done. I've gotten 6 paper plates to sort. And then take your shapes and sort them by shape. Maybe circles in one dish, and squares and rectangles in another dish, and triangles in another dish, and maybe have a dish for odd shapes. So go get your things, your bowls or your plates, and begin sorting. And while I'm waiting for you, I'm going to start sorting my shapes. Do you have all your shapes sorted? Great! I'll show you what I did. I put my ovals in one dish, and my moons in another, circles and half circles in a dish, squares and rectangles in another dish. These are kind of odd shapes, so I made an odd shaped dish. A trapezoid, and I don't even have a name for this. It kind of looks like a rectangle with a bump at one end. And my triangles in this dish. So now when I go to make my dinosaur, I can just go right to any dish and pick out the shape that I want. Now, I've already done some examples of how to put your dinosaurs together. So you can see they don't exactly look like real dinosaurs, but they look pretty close, don't they? This one is my pterodactyl. What do you think? Here's his wings, and here's his beak. And I had to take a small rectangle and kind of tear it in half to make his legs, because I didn't have 2 things quite that shape. If you really need to, you can do that. And then I made another dinosaur. Let me see. We have our dinosaur cards. I used these for an example. I'd like you to do that too. Pick one that you like and try to make it look like that dinosaur. This dinosaur, here's his head, and here's his long tail with a kind of a circle thing on the end of it. And I'll tell you what he is. He's my ankylosaurus. Does he look a little bit like him? A little. I used a circle for this part of his tail, and I used a long rectangle for his tail, and a big oval for his body, and I decided to just use a moon upside down to represent his legs, and I used that funny shape for his head. Yours shouldn't look exactly like mine. You could make yours different. You could choose any of the dinosaurs in your cards. Let's see what we have here. So I did an ankylosaurus. You can do that if you like, but it should look your way. A pterodactyl. Here's a stegosaurus. You can make one of these. Triceratops. Remember, we made a mask like a triceratops? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or Diplodocus. So take a look at your cards and choose the one you're going to do and start putting pieces together on the table. Don't glue it until you have it together. You're going to lay the pieces on the table in the shape of the dinosaur you would like. And when you're happy with it, then you can get your glue stick and start gluing your dinosaur together. Are you ready? All right, start putting together your dinosaur. I decided to do a Diplodocus. What do you think? Do they look similar? Sort of, right? Here's my tail and my legs. I took a long rectangle and cut it in half so that I would have two legs. There's his neck. I used a half circle for his head, and I used a small oval for his body. I'm ready to glue mine together. If yours is put together, are you ready? You may glue your dinosaur together. We're not going to glue it to a piece of paper yet. We want to make sure it's all together first. Ready? Go ahead. My Diplodocus is ready. Make sure your glue has a chance to dry and then set your craft aside. Tomorrow, we're going to glue it onto a piece of paper and we're going to name the dinosaur. See you tomorrow.